What up YouTube, welcome back to another episode, the second episode to be more precise, of my Battle of the Uploaders series. Today featuring HiperSouls, kind of Italian crazy guy who is a Dark Souls uploader for the most part. I think only Dark Souls. I'm not sure if he has Demon Souls as well. I mean, by now he should have Demon Souls, because those of you with those really sharp eyes would notice that this is not Dark Souls. This is Demon Souls. Reason why it's Demon Souls is good old HiperSouls is on the PlayStation 3 and I have both systems, but Dark Souls I own only for the Xbox 360, and he was like, let's do a Battle of the Uploaders, and I was like, yeah, dude, I would love to do Battle of the Uploaders, man, but I can't. I mean, you're on PlayStation, so at the end of the day, I don't know who it was, but somebody came up with the idea of doing this Battle of the Uploader thing for Demon Souls. So here it is. And there we both died. He died to bleed damage. Just in case you don't know, bleed damage works different in this game. It's like poison. So you have to hit him, hit the enemy a couple times with a bleed weapon, and it will damage him over time. So, good old HiperSouls. Some of you might know him by now because he's been featured in the Battle of the Uploaders series of Martyrs Brigade recently. And I feel like he's been taking a liking to those Battle of the Uploaders. He's been really crazy about doing Battle of the Uploaders with pretty much everybody. And yeah, well, he ended up asking me, and I was like, dude, let's do this, but I don't have Dark Souls for PlayStation 3, man. So, like I said, we came up with this idea of doing it on Demon Souls, which is fantastic. As you know, I love Demon Souls. I love Demon Souls PvP. It is awesome. It is so fast. It is... it's great. We made a few rules, though. No grass. Second chance only once per fight. And also there's one rule that we didn't speak of because nobody thought about that, and that's no anti-magic fields. You see this? This is what happens when you use that stuff. It's causing massive lag. It's insane. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Nothing I really thought about when we made the rules. But yeah, no anti-magic field, it's just crazy. So, good old HiperSouls, like I said. I'm not sure if he has Demon Souls footage, I don't think so though. I know he has Dark Souls footage, a lot of it. Thing is, he's Italian, like I said, and some of his commentary is completely in Italian, so that's something not everybody can enjoy. And he has a very strong accent when he does English commentary. It's even better than my accent. I know some of you people like my accent a lot, and for that matter you should totally check him out. But he also has a lot of montages, PvP, a lot of forest invasions or just random invasions, a lot of gang spanks. He's definitely a very good player. So I recommend checking him out anyways. And he's a nice guy, so why not? So, let's talk about builds. And I assume some of you have never played this game before. I think I should also talk a little bit about the weapons I'm using and the things that HiperSouls is using. And I guess we'll start with his build. I'm not really sure what kind of build it was. I thought about it for a couple minutes just now before I started the commentary. I think it's a quality build. With a little bit of faith into it. And a little bit of magic. But only a little bit. You notice he can shoot some soul rays. That blue soul arrow-like thing is soul ray. I also have that spell. And he also throws some fireballs. And just in case you don't know, fireball and soul ray is one and the same thing. It's both magic, so there's no pyromancy in this game. But his fireballs and his soul rays don't hit really hard, so I think he doesn't have enough magic, which is pretty much the same as intelligence in Dark Souls, to use the catalyst properly, so I think he doesn't have the requirements for it, he just has it to mix up the gameplay a little bit. And he's also got a few miracles. As you saw, he used the anti-magic field, so on top of that he also used a spear in the last fight, which is called Istarel. It's a unique weapon and it's a spear that has faith scaling. So I think he is using physical build with very little magic to it and a little bit more faith to it. However, I don't think it's a faith build because it's something I can't really remember. I noticed that when he uses the Istarel and I block the hit, I block the attack, he gets a rebound. And when you do that in Dark Souls, you know somebody doesn't have the stats requirement. So either he doesn't have the stats requirement for the Istarel spear, so he doesn't have enough faith. Or in Demon Souls it's a little bit different, and you actually do rebound in PvP. I know in Dark Souls you don't. So that's a little bit. I can't really remember how it was in Demon Souls PvP. But let's just say it's the same as in Dark Souls. I think that's what it is. So he probably doesn't have a lot of faith as well. So that makes me think, together with all the other things, that he is rocking a physical build, a strength / dexterity build. But he still brought a catalyst and also some faith scaling weapons, because he can still use it and it still deals some decent damage. And like I said, the magic just to throw up the just to mix up the gameplay a little bit. And I think it's, yeah, looking at that weapon that he has, I think that is the Northern Regalia. So I think his build is probably a gouge build based around that weapon. So the Northern Regalia, I can't remember the stat requirements, but it's not that much. It's maybe like 20 strength and 16 dexterity, something like that. Also needs a little bit of faith and a little bit of magic. So I guess he's rocking that kind of a build. And he's also using some sticky white stuff on his weapon. Oh my god, those jokes. Sticky white stuff on my penetrating sword. So good. But you know, you gotta love those jokes. Instead, let's talk about my build. My build is more specialized, you could say. It is a magic build. More directed towards a physical approach. So you see me using some fireball and some soul ray, but it's not dealing a lot of damage. That's because I don't use the insanity catalyst. I don't use old monks head rubbings, I don't use any of the gear, any of the equipment that would increase my magic damage. But I'm using a lot of weapons that scale with magic, that accompany my build, you could say, for the MP, genau, MP regeneration, because in this game you use MP, magic points, mana points, whatever you want to call it. I think it's magic points to cast magic, so there are charges for your spells. And oh my god, he's outplaying me pretty good right now. So there's an upgrade path in this game that will give your weapon good scaling with your magic stat. And on top of that also increase your magic, I say it again, MP regeneration. So that is certainly something to use for a magic build. And there gets a nice riposte with the Marion blade. But that weapon is unfortunately not very strong. It has another purpose. It does the same thing as the red tearstone ring. So it's to be used for hyper mode, but you have to actually hold it in your hand, so you could say it is pretty good, because the damage on the weapon is rather low. However, you get it at some point, you get the damage boost. And there is also the clever red ring, which is basically the red tearstone ring. So you can have double hyper mode, so to say, in this game. And I just hope he doesn't have that. Yeah, back to my build. And let's just start off with the shield. You see both of us use the same shield. It is the Dark Silver shield, which has 100% physical and 100% magical block. So it's like the Crest shield, only better. And that's why we're both using it here, because the chip damage going through shields when you block in this game is a lot higher than on Dark Souls. So the Dark Silver shield is really one of those shields that you will see the most in competitive PvP when it comes to Demon Souls. Unfortunately, that is almost dead. It's really a shame. I love it so much. The weapons I'm using are a short sword called the Crisp Blade, which is also a piece of equipment that will increase your magic damage. So yeah, I forgot about that one. That is pretty much the only equipment that increases magic damage that I have. I'm using another straight sword, the Rune Sword, which is kind of a golden sword. Looks a little bit like a key sword from the Kingdom Hearts series. There it is. There we see it. That's pretty cool. It has a lot of magic damage, a little bit physical damage. I don't think it scales at all, but the base damage is pretty okay. I wasn't really aiming for the most powerful weapons here. I think that big axe you saw me using, which is actually the Crescent Scythe in this game, is one of my most powerful weapons. The most powerful weapon I have is this right here. It's a great sword called Soulbrand. It scales with your character tendency, so in this game you could kill NPCs and your character tendency would go down. You would be a bad guy, so to say, and there's this weapon called Soulbrand, which I have. And the more of a bad person you are, the stronger it gets, basically. And there's also Demon Brand, which is pretty much the opposite. So The more invaders you kill, the better your character tendency is. And the stronger is the demon ground weapon. So these two swords are pretty much two opposite pieces, and if you combine them both you get the Northern Regalia, which is like the most powerful sword in the game, and that's what he's pulling out right now. And that thing actually scales with the world tendency. And it's only a little bit more powerful, I think like 40 damage in total. Yeah, this is the Crescent Axe, which I had to upgrade with the Moon Path, which you could say is like the Divine Path, so it is... No, not the Divine Path, the Magic Path. So it scales with magic or intelligence in Dark Souls, and the scaling is a little bit weaker than the other paths. And the other path in this game would be Crescent, which I have for my Uchi, and I think only for my Uchi. However, the Crescent path does not only provide better scaling, but also the MP regeneration, like I said before. And the short sword I'm using right now is the Crisp Blade, by the way, which also deals some magic damage. It's not weak. It's not only for the purpose of increasing your magic. It's also a viable weapon, actually. And the sword he's using, you might recognize that. And now seeing that makes me think again about his build. Maybe he is using a faith build. And maybe there is some sort of rebound in this game. Because it is the Large Sword of Moonlight. That's what it's called in this game, and it is actually a faith scaling weapon. So maybe he was rocking a faith build after all. And I think this is the last invasion because I'm showing the whole thing here with the introduction. And the weapon I'm using right now is the Phosphorescent Pole, which provides some good MP regeneration and is basically a pole arm with almost only magic damage. So it's pretty much the same as his spear that he's using right now. It's the Easterel. So these swords are pretty much counterparts. Both spears, well, not exactly. His weapon is a spear, mine is a polearm. The moveset is different. One scales with faith, one with magic. There you see the rebound. But I think if he wouldn't have enough faith, he would rebound each time. And yeah, we're almost at the end of the video. This is the last invasion. For some reason we couldn't connect anymore at some point, and yeah, it's really a shame because I had a lot of fun with this. So I'll take this opportunity right now to say big thanks to HiperSouls, man. Hopefully we can do another Battle of the Uploaders on Demon Souls with different builds. I would really enjoy that. And I'm looking forward to see your video, your point of view of this, and everybody make sure to check out his channel, to check out his videos. He's really cool. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun to watch. And stay tuned for more Souls.